Hi everyone, and welcome to today's live IELTS class. My name is Adrian, and I am broadcasting to you from beautiful Central Europe, Budapest. I hope everybody is having a great Friday thus far and has had an excellent week. Hi Macpreet. Hi Sumit Singh. Hi Parminder. Handa, good to see you in this class. Amrit, hi. Welcome everyone to this reading strategy and practice class for the exam. Hi Asha. Hi Jat Kaur. These materials, this reading passage is coming from our website at aehelp.com. For lots more help with the academic version of the IELTS exam, check us out at aehelp.com and join our premium course. If you're studying for the general module for immigration, check us out at gieltshelp.com. On both of those websites, we have 6 original practice tests, over 100 hours of video lessons in high definition, and a fully interactive course for your phone, tablet, and PC. Hi Aiden, Kevin from Indonesia. Namaste, Rahul, to you as well. Important announcement, students. No classes from June 16 to 25. We are on break. We will continue on June 26th. That's not next, but the following week, Wednesday. Okay, so we're having a little bit of a break there. But again, we have lots of videos for you on the YouTube channel, and if you join us on our websites, you can get lots more. So make sure to do that. If you have questions, send me an email, Adrian, A-D-R-I-A-N, at aehelp.com. I will be glad to answer. Hi, Shiraz from Nepal. All right, Asha, good luck on your exam on the 22nd. Okay, if you're looking to get our exam books in hard copy and paperback, you can do that. You can order our books from Amazon in digital or paperback version. Look for AE Helps Academic IELTS or GE Helps General IELTS. And today we have this reading class. Tomorrow we will have a part 3 speaking class for practice as well. Okay. Let's get into today's reading. This is coming from our first book, test number 2. This is the passage lotteries, positive good or unnecessary wrong. So positive good or unnecessary wrong. When you are in the reading section of the IELTS exam, your first step should always be to read the title of the passage. So, lotteries, positive good or unnecessary wrong. Now, after you read the title, you should always think critically about the title. What does that mean? Walid, we are not doing letter writing on this channel because this is academic. If you're looking for letter writing, check us out at General IELTS Help YouTube channel. So what do I mean by think critically? Lotteries, positive good or unnecessary wrong? What do I mean when I say think critically about the title? You should always do this. Take a couple of seconds. Okay, so this is a strategy, and especially at home, you should do it on paper as well. Okay, so step 1. Think critically about the title of the reading passage. Okay, this means A, ask what does it mean, why, and how, right? So think what, why, how about the title. So let's do that together, students. Okay. So let's do that together. Lotteries, positive, good, or unnecessary, wrong. What is a lottery, students? So what is a lottery? What does it mean, lotteries? Okay. What does that actually mean, lotteries? What is the definition of that word in your own mind? Can you explain that in English? You should always try to explain the topic. Okay, Gadam says to win a prize. Sure, I think that's part of it, Gadamov, to win a prize. Sana says it's when you win a lot of money. Sana, remember that the word a lot, it's two words, a lot. Okay, looks weird when you write it as one word. So when people win a lot of money. Lena says to win by chance. Nurlan, very good. So Nurlan Iksanov says it's a type of gambling. Yeah, Pachuyadav says it's gambling. Sure. And very commonly, lotteries are when you choose some numbers from a set. So you have, let's say, 49 numbers. You choose 6. And then hopefully you match them. And if you can, then you win a lot of money, right? So by luck, it's gambling. Good. Yeah, absolutely. So what? It's a type of gambling where people bet a little money in hopes of winning a lot, right? So why do we do it? Well, because we can get rich, right? So why? To get rich, to get lucky, so we can live a luxurious life. Why? To get rich quickly and easily. How? Pay a few dollars, choose a few numbers, get lucky, win millions. Right? That's the idea. So that's what you should think about, okay? When you read the title, that's what you should think about. So now, what do I do next? Okay, what should I do next? After I have thought about the title, and I thought what, why, how, what should I do next? What is my next best step? Okay, what should I do next? So, some of you are saying read the questions. Yeah, absolutely. A good idea is to read the questions, look at them, see if you should read them or maybe not read them if it's extra or false information, right? So let's do that together. Here we go. Okay. Questions 1 to 5. Questions 1 to 5. Reading passage 1 has 6 paragraphs, A to F. Which paragraph contains the following information? Should I read this kind of question? The matching information to paragraphs. Is this a good one to read? Yes, absolutely. You're right, Pachu. Sukhpreet, Sana. Yeah, you're right. You should read this one because all of this information is somewhere in the passage. So this is directly taken from the passage. It's somewhere in the passage. So let's do that. Number 1, the problem of gambling addiction. Number 2, those less fortunate are more likely to play the lottery. Number 3, the legality of lotteries. Number 4, the financial incentive for governments to run lotteries. Number 5, community initiatives are funded by lottery proceeds. So I read that nice and quick, and then I move on. Questions 6 to 9. Do the following statements agree with the information given in reading passage 1? True, false, not given. Should I read true, false, not given type questions? I think Pachu is saying no to this one. Sukhpreet Abhay agree. Ferdabs agrees. Yeah, definitely not a good idea. You're wasting your time and you're confusing yourself. There's not given and false information there. Absolutely invaluable to read that before the passage, so we just skip through that. There's no point. No point in reading those. It's possible, it's rare, but it's possible that not one of these is given. It could be false, false, not given, false. And then you're completely wasting your time to read them before the passage. Okay, next set. It's a summary completion. So complete the summary using a list of words, A to H, to write the correct letter A to H in boxes 10 to 13. Lotteries as reverse insurance. Always pay attention to the title of these summary completion, because that will tell you where or what information they're looking for. Should I read this one? Should I read a summary completion type question? Sana says yes. Asha says yep, yes. Sainu agrees. Hung, Amrit, two of our members agree. That's great. Yeah, definitely. Again, information that's in the passage. So let's read this together. Lotteries as reverse insurance. Okay, so read with me. The reason why people play the lottery can be viewed in terms of what is called reverse insurance. People buy insurance in order to prevent an accident from making them bankrupt. They pay small amounts each month, so they don't have to pay the whole price of the something done. Like the lottery corporations, insurance companies turn a something in the long run. With insurance, we pay small amounts to avoid paying a massive amount. With the lottery, we pay small amounts so we might win the. From this perspective, the lottery's something makes a lot of sense. All right, now we have our choices. We don't need to pay attention to that. There's probably some wrong or incorrect words there. So we read the questions. Now, what do I do next? So after reading the questions, what is the next step? What should I do? Okay, what should be my next step? Read the text, read the passage. Absolutely. Okay, so that's what we want to do. Read the passage at a nice, comfortable pace, okay? And do it actively. So read actively, especially when you're practicing at home. Make sure that you do active reading. That means checking your understanding of the paragraphs. Okay? So we're going to practice reading the same as when we get ready for the exam. So we will read each paragraph together and make sure we understand what we are reading. Okay? Active reading means thinking about each paragraph as what? What am I reading? Why? Why is this information described? Or why is the author saying or stating this? And how? How does the author state this? So read with me, nice and loud, students. Read with me. Okay, read aloud so you can hear yourself. All right? Here we go. So follow with me. Ready? 3, 2, 1. A lottery is a form of gambling where contestants purchase tickets with one or more tickets being drawn as winners at the end of the competition period. Often, there's a jackpot winner who wins most or all of the prize pool. Today, national lottery jackpots can range from millions to hundreds of millions of dollars. It wasn't long ago that lotteries were outlawed almost everywhere in the world. Today, lotteries are legal in North America, Australia, and much of Europe and Asia. A question is raised over what has changed to make something previously seen as negative for society become common across the globe. If gambling is bad, why are lotteries so popular? And why do governments support them? Okay. So, what is this paragraph about? Yeah, what is this paragraph about? What are we talking about here? It's the introduction, absolutely. We're talking about the lottery. All right. Why are we talking about it? So why does this paragraph introduce lotteries? Sianu, very good. So Sianu says we're talking about the legality of lotteries. Absolutely. And Sianu says we're talking about why are lotteries legal. Okay, sure, yeah. And how? How does the author explain lotteries? So what does the author say about it? Yep, Sukhpreet, you're right. This is the introduction about what we will read in the whole passage. So the legalities of lotteries and the debate, right? The popularity of lotteries and whether it's good or bad for society. So this is all the information that you should see in your mind. You should have in your mind. For Dobbs, right, why does the government support it? Okay, so if lotteries were bad in the past, why is it good today? Why is it supported? Why is it popular? So bad or good? All right, let's keep going. People buy lottery tickets for one chief reason. Again, read with me, nice and loud. So people buy lottery tickets for one chief reason. They want to win the jackpot. In the long run, lotteries are a bad bet. The odds of winning are always stacked against the player. That is to say, the long-term expected return on the player's money is significantly less than the money paid for the tickets. This is how the lottery corporations make money on the lottery. The payout is far less than the revenue of the ticket sales, and the government takes the difference. If 1 million tickets are sold at $5 a piece, and the jackpot is $3 million, then the government has made $2 million of profit in the process. We are forced to question why lotteries are so popular given their poor value for players. It's because of the thrill of possibly winning the jackpot, the anticipation of a life-changing win for the ticket purchasers worth the money. It's the same reason why people gamble at casinos. Many people know they are not going to win in the long run at a casino, but the short-term thrill makes up for the long-term losses. Okay, so what is this paragraph about? What is paragraph B about? Okay, so again, some active reading here. And at home, you should write all this down. So strategy 2, when practicing for reading at home, do active reading, which means after each paragraph, write down what it is about and how the information is given. So our example here is with paragraph B. Okay. And paragraph B is about the reasons why people buy lottery tickets. That's right, Hong. So yes, this says why people buy lottery tickets. Okay. Lan Thiu says, yeah, paragraph B explains why lotteries are so popular. So why are lotteries popular? Why are they legal? Mr. Cooper says, well, it's because governments make a lot of money. So this paragraph is about the reason for lotteries' popularity and legality. Why people play for the thrill or the excitement. Governments make it legal to earn money, right? How? They sell 1 million lottery tickets at $2 a piece and only give half of it for the winning. Okay? All right. Parvinder, don't be so upset about your marks. 6 in each section is not bad. It means you're a fluent user of English. Writing is 5. You need to work on it, but you're in the right direction, all right? Parvinder, keep at it. You'll do better. Don't stress, okay? Chin up. Keep studying. Push forward. Thank you for sharing your score. All right, students, let's go back to the next paragraph, paragraph C. Again, let's read it together, nice and loud. And I see some good answers there for the last paragraph. All right, here we go. The main argument against lotteries is that it acts as a tax on the poor, and such a tax is unfair. This is because statistics show that poor people are by far the most common purchasers of lottery tickets. There are 2 reasons why this could be the case. First, poor people have the most to gain by winning the lottery. Second, poor people are arguably less likely to have a statistical understanding of the lottery. They are less likely to realize that it is a bad bet. What is this paragraph about? So what is paragraph C about? Yeah, that's right, Krunal. It's poor people are affected more by the lotteries, or another way to say it, Abhay Sharma, right, is the common users or players of the lottery. Okay? Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. It's talking about who is the most likely to play the lottery, right? And who are they? They're people who have less money. Why? Why are they the most likely to play the lottery? Yeah, that's right, Mr. Cooper. So poor people buy the tickets. Olga says it's kind of like an unjust tax on the poor. Why? 2 reasons, right? They have more to gain and they might not respect how the lottery works, right? So that's the reason. Because they don't know the statistics around it. That's right, Nurlan. Yeah. Okay. They don't understand how it works. That's right, Firdavs. I agree. All right, good. Let's keep going. Paragraph D. The main argument in favor, so again, read with me, okay? Nice and loud, students. The main argument in favor of lotteries is that it is harmless fun which results in the income that often goes straight to community programs such as sports or the arts. Many community programs rely solely on lottery finances to operate. So in this sense, the lottery is a positive good. However, there are many people, often poor people, who become obsessed with gambling and the lottery, and it starts to take over their lives. For these people, the lottery is detrimental. Okay, what is this paragraph about? So speeding up a little bit, it's about lotteries as being good for the community. They fund sports programs, and bad for people who get addicted. Okay, so you should be able to think about these questions and answers quickly once you get the hang of active reading. Okay? Kulwant Singh, a very nice summary of this paragraph D. Kulwant says it's the controversial impact of lotteries as being positive for community and negative for people who are addicted. Absolutely. Yeah, Abhay Sharma, very good. The merits and the addictions of lottery. Absolutely, very good. All right. Okay, paragraph E. One interesting way to look at the lottery and why people participate in it is to imagine it as a kind of reverse insurance. Okay, so now we remember that, wait a second, that summary completion question was about reverse insurance. So that's going to be from this part here, okay? So keep that in mind. People buy insurance for their home or car so that if something bad happens to it, they do not have to pay the entire cost of the damage. In other words, they pay a little bit each month so that they don't have to pay a large amount at one time. They pay these smaller amounts to insurance companies, and those insurance companies make money in the long run. So paying insurance is not a good bet either, just like the lottery. With the lottery, we pay little amounts every once in a while so that maybe we will hit the jackpot. With insurance, we pay a little to save a lot. And with the lottery, we pay a little to win a lot. When looked at it this way, the popularity of the lottery is more easily understood. What is this paragraph about? What is paragraph E about? It's important to understand that it's one of the questions in the set. We remember it was the reverse insurance. So what is this paragraph about? Usually the answers to the what question comes from the first one or two sentences. Yeah, Amrit says, okay, it's about an alternative way to understand lotteries. That's right, Amrit. And that alternative way is insurance companies, right? So thinking of a lottery as a type of inverse or reverse insurance. Okay? Nurlan says it's the similarities between insurance and lotteries. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Hung agrees. Yeah, good. All right, some great critical reading, students. Some of the students who are in these live classes regularly, you're really getting the hang of how to think critically. Okay? All right, let's see. We have one more paragraph to go, paragraph F. When it comes down to it, lotteries are a choice. Yes, they amount to a tax, but so do the monthly fees we pay to insurance companies. If people want to pay a few dollars here and there for a little fun, excitement, and a small chance to win a monstrous amount of money, then what's the harm? Additionally, lottery monies fund many valuable community programs which otherwise would have trouble operating. Playing the lottery responsibly is fun, exciting, and maybe, just maybe, extremely profitable. Okay, so this is the conclusion. And the conclusion says, hey, if people want to pay the lottery, they should be able to, as long as they're not addicted. It's fun, entertaining, and it could be profitable. All right, so we did some active reading. Many of you did a very good job. Now, we have paragraphs A to F. Let's see how well you kept a mental structure. Okay, so A, B, C, D, E, and F. These are the paragraphs. In a couple words, what was paragraph A? So what was paragraph A? Okay, let's see how well you kept a mental structure of what you were reading. Sainu says the legality of lotteries. Sure. Okay, I'm going to say the debatable legality of lotteries. So introduction, why is it legal? Yeah, why is it legal is good. Sure. Okay, what was paragraph B about? What was paragraph B about? Let's see how well you kept this concept or this structure of the author and what they're saying about these. So paragraph B, I don't think paragraph B was about poor people, ladies and gents. Yeah, so Lanthew says it's about why are lotteries so popular, right? Okay, so that was about the popularity and mechanism of lotteries. So how the lotteries work. That's right, Nurlan. Absolutely. Good for you. Good for you, Lanthew, for remembering that. Okay. Again, visualization here, right? Remember in paragraph 2 or in B, we were talking about how people pay a couple of dollars and the government sells millions of tickets. The jackpot ends up being half of the total. The government makes money, right? So the reasons for buying tickets. That's right, Sukhpreet. What was paragraph C about? Paragraph C, what was that all about? Okay, Mr. Cooper, with a lot of confidence, shouting in all capital letters, poor people purchase lottery tickets. Okay, yeah. So, poor people buy tickets mostly. Absolutely. Okay. All right. Sure. What was paragraph D about? Okay. So D was about, Pachu says, I think that was about the positive side of lottery. So merits of lottery and addiction. Right? Okay, sure. What was paragraph E about? That's right, Uphay. Very good. Uphay says for D, merits and addiction. Very good. Lena Naji says that paragraph E was about comparing lotteries to insurance. Yes, definitely. Okay. Comparing lotteries to insurance. Yes, very good. Good, Lanthew. Good, Mr. Cooper. And then the last paragraph, paragraph F. What was that about? The conclusion which is lotteries are okay. In moderation. Okay? So if people don't overplay the lottery, then they can be fun, entertaining, and maybe even profitable. The author's view is in favor of lotteries, or play at your own risk, Sianu says. Absolutely. All right, now, students, this is a very, very important point and strategy for getting ready for the IELTS exam, for college, for university. When you read, you have to be able to structure in your mind, just like this, what you are reading. So many students that I teach for the IELTS exam, they can understand the passage. They tell me that. They read it and they say, oh, Adrian, I read it in 10 minutes. I understand the reading, but after I read, I forget what I read or I forget where the information is. How many of you students, honestly, so just be honest, okay, there's no point in lying to yourself or to each other. Honestly, how many of you feel that you read the passage, you understand most of the information, but when you look at the questions, you forget where the information is, you forget what you were reading, the details? How many of you have this problem with your reading comprehension? Just say me or I if it's true for you, okay? Okay, so Kishan says, yeah, I have it. Shrestha says me. Yep, Sana says not me. Sianu says me. Macpreet says I have it. Yeah, and you shouldn't be shy about that. So if you girls and guys are looking at the chat, you can see a lot of people have that. And sometimes, even for me, it happens too. If I'm just kind of reading in a lazy way, if I'm just kind of, especially if I'm skim reading, it's very difficult to track the information. So how can you train your mind to not do that? How can you train your mind to be better? Okay? Well, you practice active reading. So there's basically two really important steps. One, visualize what you read. So when you're reading, picture people arguing about whether or not lotteries should be legal. So imagine that your government officers, your president of your country, is arguing in paragraph A about lotteries. Okay? In paragraph 2, picture lots of people standing in a line going to the store to buy their tickets, and then the government grabbing all of the money, putting it into 2 suitcases and giving 1 suitcase to the winner and keeping 1 suitcase for themselves. When you read paragraph C, picture poor people. So picture somebody living in a box, using the little money that somebody threw in their metal cup and using that to buy a lottery ticket. So picture that. For D, picture somebody who's addicted to gambling, sitting in a casino and pulling on the slot machine. Okay, so keep that visual map in your mind and practice active reading at home. So when you're reading these passages at home for the exam, then write down the question, what is this paragraph about? Write down the answer. Write down why. And then at the end, create this kind of structure or map. Okay, so A, B, C, D, E, F. If you can't remember one of them, like you can't remember D, for example, okay, it's gone. Poof, out of your mind, out of sight. Then go back and look at it. Okay, don't be lazy, don't be shy. Just do it. Go back, read paragraph D again, see what happened. Ask yourself, why don't I remember that paragraph? Go back and read it again. All right? It works. Once you practice this again and again for a few weeks, your brain will click. It will start to catch on. Okay? Our brains are highly trainable. We're very, very good at picking up strategy. Okay. Bell Chu is asking, in the real test, do I have enough time to write down the summaries? Probably not, Bell. Probably not. So you need to practice this at home, Bell. So when you get to the exam, then your brain can hold the summary or hold the title very easily on its own. By the way, list of headings questions actually help you to do this, okay? Or be able to read actively. Now, some of you are probably realizing that if you're trying to do a skimming and scanning strategy, it's really bad, okay? And I'm really, I'm trying to say this in a soft way, but I'm very upset when teachers explain to students to try to just skim read or scan for answers. It doesn't work. You cannot get high marks on the exam with that strategy or using that strategy only. And it's not active reading. So it's actually very bad for your reading skills. It's bad for your mind to practice that strategy. Okay? And I know from many students that they're upset about having to learn this or having been taught this, and they're absolutely right. Okay? The proof is in the pudding. A good teacher, if they do the IELTS exam, they would never just use skimming and scanning to answer questions. Never. If I go sit the IELTS exam tomorrow, there's no way that my main strategy for the reading section is skimming and scanning. Okay? All right. So now let's look at the questions together, students. So now that we have all of this information, we have these maps, we understood the passage mostly, we structured our ideas, we should be able to answer at least half of the questions without looking at the passage. Okay? So in a perfect world, if you want to get a band 6.5, 7, 7.5, you should be able to answer half of the questions without looking back at the passage. Okay? The idea in the reading section is not to search for every single answer. That's just silly. Okay? No examiner and no IELTS test maker expects you to search for every answer in the passage. That's silly. Okay? That is a silly way to do the test. All right? So 50% of the answers you should be able to answer with just your own memory. So here we go. Let's match up these answers. So here we have to figure out which paragraph the information is coming from. So number 1, the problem of gambling addiction. Which paragraph did the problem of gambling addiction come from? Yeah, so look at a lot of you are saying, well, that came from paragraph D. I remember my mental structure map. Okay. I remember my mental structure map, so it's coming from paragraph D, and you are absolutely correct. Remember, paragraph D was about the merits and the addiction of gambling. So you remembered that correctly. Absolutely. Paragraph D. Okay? You're absolutely right. So when you keep that mental map, this type of question becomes very, very easy, or much, much easier. Okay? Number 2, those less fortunate are more likely to play the lottery. Less fortunate, that's going to be poor people, obviously. Okay? Which paragraph? And no surprise, Amrit, Hung, Gobi, Sianu, Abhe. Yeah, of course, we know that because we have a good, clear mental map. C, sure, yeah. The legality of lotteries, so whether or not lotteries should be legal. Number 3, what is that? Asha, Sianu, Amrit, Ferdovs, and everybody who's saying A, you're right. Yeah, remember? First paragraph, we're like, okay, that's talking about lotteries. They were illegal in the past. They're legal today. It's the legality of lotteries. It's A. Number 4, the financial incentives for governments to run lotteries. Number 4, the financial incentives. Financial incentives means the money reasons. Okay, the reasons why governments run lotteries. Sana says, I think that's B. Sianu says, that's got to be B. Gobi says, that's B. That's explaining why governments do it. There's even the example. Absolutely. So see how, okay, some students, I saw you say, oh, Adrian, that technique is great, but it's really slow. If I'm asking myself, what is this paragraph about, every time I read it and I think about it, then it's going to take me like 12 minutes, 13 minutes to read the passage, and I'll run out of time. Nope, you're wrong, because you'll answer the questions much faster. It's actually much better to spend more time understanding the passage and be quick and confident with the answers. Notice how quick you are and how confident you are with your answers now, right? Okay. So number 5, community initiatives are funded by lottery proceeds. Number 5, what's the answer? A, B, C, D, or E. What is the answer? Which one says that community sports programs and all of those are funded? Okay, now, this is a little bit trickier. It says you may use any letter more than once. And remember, students, we said the merits and addictions are paragraph D. So I would say that this is paragraph D. Okay, but maybe it's E. I would go with D because it talks more about it. The conclusion kind of talks about a lot of ideas, including community funding, but paragraph D talks more about sports programs, community centers. So I would say D. I would go D, C, A, B, D. I think that's the best answer. I think D is a better answer than E. Okay? Confident, no problem. Now, okay, let's say that you wrote E for this one. So what? You got 4 out of 5 correct. That's fantastic, okay? If you want to get a high band score, if you get 4 out of 5, you're great, okay? Yeah, E is not right because E is about insurance. So if anything, it would have been F, right, Sana? Okay, but I would go with D on that one. Okay, great. So now you see how active reading is your most powerful strategy. And you don't need to understand 100%. Even if you understand like 60, 70%, you can still get a very good band score. All right? Yeah, it's going to be wrong if you write both, Christian Perez. It's only one, okay? Choose the correct letter, A to F. You cannot write 2 letters, okay? Just 1 letter. Okay, for these questions. All right, true, false, not given. Here we go. Number 6, lotteries are outlawed almost everywhere. Is this important for this topic? Is it important for this topic to know about whether or not lotteries are legal everywhere? Yeah, you're right, Gobi, for Dobbs, Asha, Sana, yeah, Lanthu, Hong, satisfying times, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Shivjit, absolutely it's okay if you don't understand every word. Even I don't understand every word of every IELTS passage, Shivjit, believe it or not. Okay, so yeah, this is important, yes. Okay, is it true that today, and I'm saying today because it's present tense, are, okay? So is it true that today lotteries are outlawed almost everywhere? No, it's false, right? North America, much of Asia, Europe, South America, they're legal. So it's false. They were outlawed many, many years ago, but these days they're not outlawed. The passage says that they're legal in many parts of the world. So it's false. Okay? All right. In the long run, a person who plays the lottery should expect to lose money. Is it important to know that if I keep playing the lottery day after day, week after week, month after month, if I'm going to win or if I'm going to lose? Is that important? Yeah, it's important. Gobi, you're right. Yeah, it's important. No, Sianu, for this topic, lotteries, positive good, yeah, absolutely it's important. It's the essence or the fundamentals of lottery. Of course it's important. Is it true? If I keep playing the lottery and playing and playing and playing, I will lose money? Is that true? Unfortunately, it's true, okay? If it weren't, that's all we'd all be doing is playing the lottery, right? So it's true. Absolutely. It is true. Okay. Number 8. Lotteries are popular because they serve as a pleasurable diversion from every day. Is it important to know that the reason why lotteries are popular is because they distract us from our everyday life? Is that important to know for this passage? Kind of, maybe. I would agree that maybe. It's important to know why lotteries are popular, but it's not really important to know that they're popular or not because they're a diversion from everyday life. So, careful, students. Until here, it's important. But from here, this way, this is not important, and this is a part of the question, right? So this would have to be not given, because this is not important. This is important, the first half of it, but the second half of it is not important. So if this is not important for the passage, it's not given. Does that make sense? Okay, so don't be fooled by just half of the question. Lotteries are popular because, yeah, this is important for this topic, but this is not important for this topic. So it's not given. It's one question. Okay, you have to look at it as the whole question, both these parts. Does that make sense? Is that clear how my logic worked for that question? So I think, it could fool you when you read just the half of it that it's important. That is important. But when you read this other half here, you realize that it's not, okay? And it's the whole piece here that you're looking at. Okay, number 9, many people play the lottery without an understanding of its statistical background. Is it important to understand the statistical background of lotteries for this topic? Is it important to understand the statistical background of our chances of winning? Yes, absolutely. And is it true that many people play the lottery without truly understanding what it means that you have 1 in 10 million or 1 in 14 million odds of winning? Yeah, absolutely, it's true, right? So here, the answers are false, true, not given, true. Okay? False, true, not given, true. And that's how it's done. All right, that's how you get a perfect score in your true, false, not given. All right, students, that is the right strategy for true, false, not given. Now, we have this last question. Okay, lotteries as reverse insurance. Unfortunately, I do not have enough time for this, but you can do this on your own, and then you can send it to me by email. Here are the choices below. This is being recorded, so you can go back and you can do this on your own. Send me your answers and I will give you the answer key. So you can figure out how you did, whether you got them all right or some of them or all wrong. Hopefully that's not true. Okay, so lotteries as reverse insurance. Okay, do that one for homework. That's for you. That's it for this class. Tomorrow we have one more class before the break. We have a speaking part 3. Okay, again, for everybody who's watching, remember, practice your active reading. Create structured maps of the passage paragraphs. Train your mind to read actively. You can learn lots of great strategies and practice lots of effective strategies on our websites, aehelp.com, which looks like this. For academic IELTS, you can click that red button to join us there. Or you can go to gieltshelp.com, which is this website here with the green background. Join us, click that red button there. Get all of our strategies, 6 practice exams, interactive course, video lessons, and much more. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I know that was a pretty intense class, but a lot of you did a very, very good job. Thank you for your participation. Have a great rest of your day, and hopefully I will catch you tomorrow for speaking part 3. A little bit earlier at 13:30 Central European Time. That's 13:30, 1:30 in the afternoon, Central European Time. Bye for now, everyone.